Hello everyone and welcome to another Grand Arena video. I'm Sanjita, and then for this round I wasn't able to record live and do live commentary, but I was able to record my matches to comment on them later, which is what I'm doing now. It was a good match, so let's get right into it. So my opponent set a very stiff wall. It's got Malgus, CLS, Rey, Maul. On the bottom wall, he's got 4 GLs and Dash. So he's got SLKR, Lord Vader, JMK, JML. So pretty tricky front wall. And I did this one battle first before doing the rest because I just wanted to get it out of the way. And based on the lineup, I figured that a Bounty Hunter team would be better than Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, and I also wanted to save him. The particular Datacron I selected, I used it because I had extra offense and extra turn meter for my light set allies, but mainly the extra damage for chewing through Lord Vader.
Hello there.
Like and subscribe.
The Thrawn I knew was going to go first and be able to, or before anyone I had, be able to fracture someone. I didn't know who, but I was a little worried about that, and he did go for Fennec. So right here, I was pretty nervous. I didn't know what was going to happen. I couldn't, if Fennec wasn't the one fractured, I'd be able to take out Thrawn pretty fast. But instead we gotta wait for that fracture to fall off. And I opted to annihilate Thrawn. I'm not sure if that was the best move, or if you should just go for Royal Guard and then wait for Fennec to take out Thrawn herself, because she can do it pretty fast. But now here we just gotta chew through Royal Guard. I always think of his name as Red Guard instead of Royal Guard, because that's all he is just red. But I wanted to get the major hits on Lord Vader first and just save Royal Guard for an annihilate. So with Fennec and Mando, I can target Vader no matter when. But with Grief, you know, I had to just do that mass assist there to on Royal Guard. It was kind of a waste. It's kind of wasted hits. Yeah, at this point it's looking pretty good. I'm feeling pretty safe here. He doesn't seem to be chewing through that much. Nowhere near close to his ultimate, which is awesome. And right here is when I realized, okay, we're good. So this was a great first win. Taking out Lord Vader without one of my own Galactic Legends really opened up the field for the next few battles. My next battle, I just wanted to go right at Jedi Master Kenobi. No Datacron, which is so surprising. I don't know if my opponent just didn't replace the Datacron on this team after that one expired. I don't know, but this is the second round. They did win their first round match, so they're not completely sitting out 3v3. So I'm not sure what was happening here. And with my Jedi Master Luke Datacron, I felt pretty confident taking just Jedi Revan and Jolie here. Jolie has an insurance and Revan just to get around the taunt. And Jedi Master Luke just turning everyone into a wrecking ball makes this matchup pretty easy. Smooth sailing here at the start. I wanted to increase the cooldowns of Jedi Master Kenobi so that we weren't in danger of getting protected. And there we go, she's gone, so it's pretty easy at this point, and it's just whittling down the Kenobi twins. But it does take a little bit of time. With certain matchups, you know, I don't know if he did have a Datacron. I don't think it would have made much of a difference. With this set, he wouldn't be able to get a turn meter boost under Jedi Master Kenobi's lead. And I didn't get that either, even though that does apply on my Datacron. But I wanted to save my Jedi Master Kenobi and Cat for, I think, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, because that zombie matchup I always feel a little bit uneasy on it, because you could mess it up, and then you're in a pretty bad spot. Sorry about that. Alright, and this is the Dash team. I think the best team to go with Dash in 3s is Han and Chewie, because for a team like he's got now, he's the only damage dealer. I guess you could say Nest is a damage dealer over time. But this team is just easy pickings for Sith Trio. With all the debuffs, he doesn't really damage him much. And I have a Datacron that gives extra defense and helps him recover. But this match, it's never really in doubt. He does have that Datacron that juices up his... I think that's what he had. It juices up Dash when he's dealing damage, or critically hitting, or dealing a debuff. But it's still not enough to chew through in time, because eventually you get that Annihilate off, and then it's just a matter of time walking through the match. Yep. And that's it. There's no way these other two are doing anything. I just gotta wait for Nihilus to get another Annihilate off, and then either get a third Annihilate on L3, or just take her out a little bit at a time. I didn't pay attention to the dodge numbers on this Datacron. Maybe there's something there, since I've had 2 dodges at this point, except one was a dodge and one was a deflect, but not game changing. There we go. So we got 2 GLs down and 1 super dash. And another reason I didn't want to use Supreme Leader Kylo against my opponent's Lord Vader is I wanted to save Watt for this matchup. So I use Sith Eternal, Watt, and then I also added Weak Sidious, which maybe it wasn't needed, maybe it was a mistake, but I just want a little bit of extra protection. And Sidious can dodge Jedi pretty easily. So here I was mulling it over, deciding whether I should add someone important, not important, and that's when I just decided Sidious. I have the level 9 Sith Eternal Datacron. But I don't know, Sidious did distract some of the initial aggression. Whether that mattered ultimately, other than taking away some banners, I'm not sure. Yeah, link up these two so they can't critically hit. They have the Datacron that does extra damage when they have full health protection. And to me, that's best utilized on a Qui-Gon team with at least Jedi Knight Anakin and Mundi. And that team does massive damage with that Datacron. Even the Territory Wars, where Qui-Gon's Omicron isn't active, I've still hit for like 400,000 of cam. Okay, so yeah, lost both the sides. Pretty expected. Probably didn't need Sidious. It's pretty easy. But I love using Sith Eternal against Jedi like this when you can, because that's what he was designed to take out easily. And it does go pretty smoothly. By the way, if you come across a Bastila, Jedi Master Luke, and Watt team, you can win easily with Sith Eternal and Watt, as long as you just delay going ultimate as long as possible and leave everyone to see, because you gain extra mastery. Just a tip. And here, I think I was thinking a little bit. I was wondering, do I want to use Jedi Master Kenobi? Do I not? And then I figured, I don't think there's anything else I'm really going to need him for. I don't think it's going to be that huge. And I'm looking at this Datacron. I think I bounce around decisions here. The Datacron in this battle isn't actually that important. It's pretty much a sure thing, even if I didn't use a Datacron. And to be honest, I'm not really sure what I ended up picking. Okay. Is the stats I'm looking at and just like, this isn't really going to make much of a difference. Eventually I think I just got impatient, was like, whatever, I just picked one. I think that one, yeah, that one has some crit damage, some resistance penetration, but that's it. It's not really doing much. And while I knew this was kind of a sure thing of a match, I'm not super versed in the order of operations here. So I put the damage immunity on GK because I knew Cat wouldn't be able to target anyone other than zombies, so I didn't want to use that Annihilate. I knew I wouldn't be using that Annihilate soon, so I opted for the damage immunity. I'm gonna work on Daka. Eventually, end up just taking out Supreme Leader in a pretty big burst of damage just from Cat's. Was it the Whirlwind? I forget. Her leap, her force leap. So yeah, here I get to use ultimate, and then I can target Supreme Leader. That's really what I was just holding off for. Yep, there we go. And that's it, just put it on auto, no more decisions to be made, and just wait for it to finish. That is another 57. And also, it's not only what counter will win, it's what gets the best banners. Because if I did a JMK mirror match, bad banners. In the back wall, pretty weak. He clearly wasn't expecting people to get to the back, or just to get to the back with not much left, and didn't want to waste any more good teams there, and wanted to save it for offense. But all throughout the match, he doesn't attack yet, because I did do this pretty early. Again, I had family in town, so I did do the battles when I could. And here's another classic Rey vs. Malgus, at least for me. To me, this is the easiest way to counter him. Without using a Galactic Legend, it's extremely messy and risky. So you gotta use one, and I have had no problems with Rey so far, except kind of a close call when the Malgus in my last match just kept jumping at Rey like that over and over. But luckily I have a health build on the Rey, so I was able to just tank those hits pretty consistently until I could heal up a little bit. The side characters don't matter as much, besides getting some tankiness and some durability. Like Holdo in a resistance team is just, I don't know, she's just kind of there. She stands there, she takes some damage. She heals up Rey once in a while, which is very handy. Because you can get below the threshold, use the Whirlwind, and heal her up, and then just keep using that force drain, or whatever, give life that she has, and then get down to another Whirlwind. Another one, and that's it. You just gotta take out Malgus with a combination of Whirlwinds and Ultimates. Terminator Daypron on Rey. And I think Barris made me kind of wonder if the Starkiller counter would work as well, because I was thinking of the healing, then I realized Shock's gonna be there, so there won't be any healing. Yeah, I'm looking around at the Datacrons. I thought at first that I want just the extra turn meter from expiring, and I was looking if I had another one. Since I don't, I just picked that. Bench move, I promise. I don't know what I was mulling over there. That's a pretty easy call. Yeah. Okay. It's becoming one of my favorite matchups in 3v3. That works so smooth. Use the 2 specials initially, and then make sure the shock is spread around. Hit the staggers when possible, and then just have a turn meter train with Palpatine do his basics, because he gets I think 15% turn meter. See, he eats the whirlwind because Starkiller reduces damage by debuff enemies by half, so it's only half a whirlwind, and my Palpatine is very tanky. He's also very slow. My Palpatine is a turtle. In this battle, I think he had like 216 base speed, and that's it. I put everything into protection. I didn't waste speed on him because he's just assisting all the time, gaining turn meter, and it works super well. This is the top 400 matchup, and it's still just working so easily. And here I was spending time attacking Hoda because I didn't want to end the match. I wanted the Star Destroyer to come heal us up. Okay. Okay, so here's Mon Mothma. And this match is a little bit of redemption. Well, what happened to me last match, losing after like a almost 5-minute battle with Iden. And this time, I'm right in range, and I'm probably going to do that from now on. Because getting the extra attacks help you get through them faster, and until... what's his face? Katarn. I've never heard of him until they brought him in the game. Maybe I'm weird for that. But until Katarn really ramps up his damage, you're not in danger to die, so having Stormtrooper there isn't really necessary. Like, see, it barely tickles range anyway. And he just adds so much in assists, adding retribution, recovering protection and all that. See, we already got her down, and almost got her down a second time. Or I almost got Katarn down right after, and that would have been awesome. That would have been great poetic justice for what happened to me last time. There it is, 57. Still believe in this counter. I'm not going to let my best experiences prevent me from keeping me from using it going forward. So yeah, Maul was here. It was one of the strongest left. I knew what I was going to use for CLS, so I just used him here. However, I didn't want to just pure solo, so I added crew to soak up the hits because I figured Maul would get his barrage off after he has 5 stacks of anguish, and I think crew would have a realistic possibility of dying, so it wasn't worth it for the pure solo. And I had the Datacron with extra armor, but since it is true damage, Maul does true damage, Ludi's damage healer isn't getting stopped there at all. Here we go, that's a handy little taunt that Maul gets up on everyone, but doesn't stop anything if you have Supreme Kylo on your side. You poke on Mando. Slide him up. And that's it. I like those quick battles. Only thing to take under a minute, under 30 seconds, even better. So yeah, I went for Sith Empire here, full trio. OG Sith Empire trio. And use my second Sith Datacron. It did help out a lot. I think without that Datacron, and extra armor I had, and stats, this could have gone bad. Because I actually did, I think I came close to losing Bastila. And I went for the stun there, but it didn't work. Because if you do that move, when a feared enemy, you can stun with Malik. But CLS, when he doesn't have call to action, just has too much tenacity there. And that really worried me. I thought I'd finish without or full clear. I'd drop at least one battle after that. But fortunately, CLS didn't counterattack there. And Bastila somehow survived those counterattacks as well. But it was way too close for comfort. And 54 rounds. Alright, and that's the top wall. You get to see ships. My opponent did not have profundity, unfortunately. I'm itching to use the Executrix counter against a normal profundity fleet, even though I lost to a weaker fleet last game. But sometimes a Millennium Falcon can make it easier to survive that initial barrage, because he wastes his first turn doing the wiggle. And he doesn't get any turn meter when he's under Admiral Rads. So I've got some good stuff left here. This team is pretty fast. If you let them get going, they can do some good damage. So I wanted to use Jedi Knight Luke with the speed Datacron and a couple fast characters. Also with some healing to make sure we get the full banners here. Always go after Finn first. Stun. It's maybe this is the most broken Datacron, especially under Jedi Master Luke. And I put it on auto, but then I took it off because I didn't think they could play to win anymore, but Chucky decided to call Hermit Yoda to assist for 0 damage for some reason. And this back wall, I didn't even really sit down and try to figure out what to use, because they're all just kind of so bad that it didn't really matter. I'll go for the Vader semi-solo. He's the only one doing anything, but I was too chicken to do it by himself, because Dengar always worries me a little bit. His stealth, his tenacity. This is a pretty easy one. This is a broken day. Just infinite turns is not good. Yeah, I'm just going through, I'm like, okay, what do I have? Did I use First Order here? Not sure. Yeah, so I really enjoy using First Order TIE Pilot Omicron on offense. You can get some good wins, clever wins. Like if you EP Mara with TIE Fighter Pilot last match, where TIE Fighter Pilot had the level 9 Datacron with all the bonus turns, but he didn't even get one turn because it took him out with his first volley. And it kills most opponents unless they're very durable there. So bad luck, got Boba dodged that attack. He would have died there. It's like that. But the other two, Embo and Guido, not really anything to worry about. Nothing huge. Drop 2 banners, but oh well. Next here on the Rebels, you get some Wampa action. And that was Wampa's original lot in life. He was a Rebel counter, gets a lot of extra bonus damage against Rebels. Again here, it doesn't really matter what Datacron I use, so just like, whatever, I pick this one, I'm gonna win. I don't see a way that Akbar, Princess Leia, and Rolo beat. Like, look at that, 20 damage every time's there. Just from all the hits. 40. I don't even need to ramp up damage. See, 148,000. Ridiculous. Yep, 23-second match. And for this last round match, using Mandalorians, all light side Mandalorians. I think this is the only time I've ever done this. Seeing as how I didn't use BAM against Lord Vader, I still have his Datacron, he's level 9. So I figured, hey, why not? I think this will be an easy win, and also armor with just Mandalorians on offense, so another thing that maybe was intended to happen more often, but ended up pretty much never happening. So Mandalorian goes with, the armor goes with everyone else except Mandalorians. Usually that attack is just, she hits with her hammer and nothing else happens, but here that's actually calling the mass assist, which is kind of nice. This battle is just kind of an example, a demonstration of why you don't really use this team, because it takes too long to take out this team, in my opinion. This team is not a good team. It's just for banner stealing mostly. But the damage on these Mandalorians is just too low. So it's just annoying. And another thing is their animations are just kind of too slow. Yeah, like, it just takes forever. And that didn't even kill him off. I'm gonna heal up to pull banners. I don't think it worked. But that's just what I was trying. I only lost one. Still pretty good. Alright, so yeah, Executrix. No, I mean Executor. Executrix. A Negotiator, and I forget the other one. So Resistance. It's Empire. I think it was Empire. But no slouch of a defense. Yeah, the Breath Order count here is, it's my favorite when they do have Houndstooth. That Houndstooth, definitely use Rome 1. Once I get Profundity, I'll just use that. It should be in like a week or something. So I want to keep the Houndstooth under control with a big hit on that Bane, and come back for another one. And you want to use that first special there so you don't get everyone a turn meter, and throw off the timing when Boba Fett comes out, because you want to be able to move his buffs as well. Yeah, so you get off that Retribution and Taunt, because that'd be pretty ugly. And if I'd done the second special and given everyone turn meter, I would have wasted the shuttle's turn before Boba came out and not be able to get that off. But yeah, at this point in the match, I was thinking, okay, I did well on the ground, I just need to clear fleets, but this is by no means a sure thing. Executor, I still think, is the best defensive fleet. So it's not something you can take for granted. Even if you've done this counter a lot, something can always go wrong. Yeah, I didn't get the stun there on Houndstooth. The primary objective is keeping him under control. And I brought in Parth to make sure they don't get their contract off, because it's always something you gotta worry about, especially when they have Boba out too, so you'd be able to drop that huge bomb and really kind of ruin your day. And yeah, he was so close to death, I decided just to stun IG and use a weaker character to take him out like that. Just hoping for buff immunity. Got it. And I want to just stun. Didn't get it, obviously. But here it's just like, I think I could take out Houndstooth, and that worked. This one there, unfortunately, but what are you gonna do? Almost there. There we go. A good win, 67 banners. Can't complain. Six minutes left here. Yeah, I went against the Empire first, using Separatists. Thrawn on defense is pretty tough, and unless it's super fleet like Profundity or Executor, Malevolence is the one I go to for more of a sure win, but not necessarily the best banners. That's what I did here, because there's just so much room for error with all the Ultra Droids flying around and the extra turn meter. So I decided I didn't need a blast reinforcement. Usually just need the 2G inertions. But I brought Sith Bomber just in case I need extra tanks. So that's nice, getting some assists on Bomber early. Ultra Droids still are not assisting every time when they're attacking. When a Separatist ally attacks an enemy with Buzz Droids, so I thought they were gonna fix that. They put out notices that they were gonna fix it, but it still hasn't completely gotten fixed yet. And you get to take out that annoying interceptor ship very quickly. That one's always kind of a thorn in my side. When I'm fighting this fleet, it seems like it always stays alive, it always has foresight, I can just never get rid of it. Looking pretty good here, controlling them very well. I've got the bomber out, got the interceptor out, and yeah, it's looking pretty good. Of course, even when it looks good, with that cooldown reduction on the capital ship, they still usually get off an annihilate ability on you, which is always pretty rough. And there's the Emperor shuttle doing its thing, turning everyone basically into Houndstooth. Didn't need the mass one there. Yep, there it is. Taking out my hyena bomber. I thought about using the tank, but it's like, nah, I just need to take him out, just make it work. And there it is. So one more match in fleets. It's got a full clear with one shot on every team against the defense that included 5 Galactic Legends, Malgus, Maul, and Dash Data. So another classic counter meta counter. Back in the day when the Negotiator was the top dog, Home 1 using Biston to start was always a pretty good counter. I wasn't able to enjoy that counter because I had a very weak Biston and Scarecrow Pathfinder, but now that I have built them up, it is something I love to do. So you just try to go all out on Anakin and keep him down. I get them to use a heal instead of the mass assist, and hopefully kill him soon. I just got one more little itty bitty hit. There I wish I had assisted on Ahsoka, but it's not a huge deal. That's one useful thing Plo Koon can do is expose Anakin and leave him out in the cold just to get hit by anybody. I don't know why the AI thinks that that's the best idea to put the most fragile, most important attacker under taunt, but I will welcome it with open arms. Yeah, I think I lost Biggs here, fortunately. And since I lost my tank, I figured, probably bring in a new one. These other guys, besides the Falcon, are pretty flimsy. So definitely the right call there. At this point, it just feels like a formality of finishing it off once they have Anakin gone, but it just takes so dang long sometimes. Yep, more Thrawn thing. And that's it for Ahsoka. The two Jedi Starfighters and the bomber. That's how weak the Y-Wing is. They can finish off that tiny little bit. Bring him in to get an assist with Falcon, but those assists are still so weak with that ability. So I had to wait for that. But 70 banners, quite nice. And that was it. Final score for me, 2046. And here is the final score. He just came in, he did his one attack, took out my Qui-Gon team, and then nothing else. This is Kyber 1, top 400, so I can't remember the last time I saw this in threes or otherwise, where someone just kind of gave up, only did one attack, didn't even try to clear, because he didn't drop any battles. Technically he's close to perfect there, but I guess he decided he couldn't get more than 2046 and he didn't attack, so there it is. We got the win. Great game. And thank you again for watching. This is Sanjita signing off.